The Galactic Veterinary Conference on Station Kepler 442 was in chaos. Dr. Zix Thera, the most renowned Valkyrian veterinarian in 3 sectors, stood frozen before the containment field, her 4 manipulator arms trembling. "It's impossible," she chittered, her translator rendering her distress into flat standard. "The creature is beyond sedation. Its cortisol levels are lethal. Any approach will result in cardiac arrest." Inside the reinforced medical bay, a Draxian hound, a creature the size of a small shuttle, with obsidian scales and 6 eyes that glowed like dying stars, thrashed against its restraints. The animal had been injured during a cargo accident, its rear leg crushed beneath a collapsed container. Without treatment, it would die within hours. With treatment, given its current state of panic, it would die within minutes. Scarlett Chen leaned against the observation window, her coffee halfway to her lips. She was the only human at the conference, invited more as a curiosity than a colleague. Humanity had only joined the Galactic Collective 15 years ago, and their medical practices were considered primitive at best, dangerously reckless at worst. "What sedatives have you tried?" Scarlett asked, setting down her cup. Dr. Zix Thera's ocular stalk swiveled toward her. "Every compound approved by the Collective Medical Authority. Benzothiazine derivatives, neural suppressors, even Krell battle tranquilizers. Nothing works. The creature's biochemistry is too volatile. And you're certain it needs surgery? The leg is shattered in 47 places. Without reconstructive intervention, necrosis will spread to the torso within 3 cycles. But we cannot operate while it's conscious, and we cannot sedate it without killing it." Tom Bradley, Scarlett's colleague and the only other human present, raised an eyebrow. "So you're giving up?" The assembled veterinarians, Valkyrians, Quelix, Heptar, even a crystalline shard mind, turned their various sensory organs toward him. The concept seemed to offend them collectively. "We are not giving up," a Heptar physician rumbled, its vocal sac inflating with indignation. "We are acknowledging biological reality. Some patients cannot be saved." Scarlett stepped closer to the containment field. The Draxian hound's breathing was ragged, its scales rippling with each labored breath. Its eyes, all 6 of them, rolled wildly, searching for escape, for threat, for anything familiar in this sterile, hostile environment. "Let me try," Scarlett said quietly. The room erupted. Dr. Zix Thera's translator couldn't keep up with the overlapping objections. The shard mind chimed in frequencies that made the lights flicker. Tom pinched the bridge of his nose. "Scarlett," he muttered, "this is not a golden retriever with a foxtail." "I know what it is," she replied, her eyes never leaving the creature. "And I know what it needs." "This is highly irregular," Dr. Zix Thera protested. "Collective protocols require—" "Your protocols are about to let that animal die," Scarlett interrupted. "So either drop the containment field or get out of my way while I find someone who will." There was a long silence. Finally, the station's chief medical officer, an elderly Quelix named Harmonizer Vex, gestured with one of its tendril appendages. "Let the human try," it whispered, its translator barely audible. "What more can be lost?" The containment field shimmered and died. Scarlett stepped through. The change in the room was immediate. Every alien physician moved back, their various biologies responding to the sudden spike in danger. Tom started forward, but Scarlett raised a hand without looking back. "Stay there," she said, then softer. "I've got this." The Draxian hound's heads, it had 2, she realized, one primary and one vestigial, swung toward her. Its lips peeled back, revealing teeth like obsidian daggers. A low growl, deep as a starship's engine, vibrated through the deck plates. Scarlett stopped walking. She didn't raise her hands in surrender. She didn't make herself smaller. She simply stopped as if she'd been out for a casual stroll and decided this was a nice place to stand. "Easy, buddy," she whispered. The creature's growl deepened. Its good legs tensed, preparing to lunge despite the agony it would cause. Scarlett took a breath. Then she did something that made every alien in the observation room gasp. She sat down, cross-legged, on the floor, 3 meters from a predator that could tear her in half. "Easy," she said again, her voice barely above a whisper. "Nobody's gonna hurt you. I know it doesn't feel that way. I know everything's wrong. Wrong smells, wrong sounds, wrong lights. And your leg hurts like hell, doesn't it?" The Draxian hound didn't understand standard. Its translator chip had been damaged in the accident. But it understood tone. It understood the absence of threat. Its growl faltered. "That's it," Scarlet continued, still not moving. "You're scared, I get it. But here's the thing, buddy. I'm pretty scared too. You could take my head off before I blinked. But I'm sitting here anyway because I know something." "You know what I know?" The creature's breathing slowed just fractionally. "I know you don't want to fight. You want to feel better. You want to go home. You want someone to make the hurt stop." Scarlet's voice was steady, rhythmic, almost hypnotic. "And I can do that. But I need you to trust me. Just a little bit. Just enough." She extended her hand. Not reaching, not grabbing. Just offering. The observation room held its collective breath. The Draxian hound stared at her hand. Its 6 eyes blinked independently, processing. Then slowly, so slowly that Tom later swore he could have counted every one of Scarlet's heartbeats, it lowered its massive head. Its nose, wet and roughly the size of Scarlet's entire face, touched her palm. "Good boy," she breathed. "Such a good boy." What happened next would be discussed in xenobiological circles for decades. Scarlet spent the next hour sitting with the creature, her hand on its head, talking about nothing. About her childhood dog, about the weather on Earth, about how much she hated station coffee. Gradually, imperceptibly, the Draxian hound's heart rate decreased. Its cortisol levels dropped. Its muscles, locked in terror-induced rigidity, began to relax. When Dr. Zixthera finally ventured into the bay with a syringe of mild sedative, the creature barely stirred. Scarlet kept her hand on its head, kept whispering, and the injection that would have killed it an hour ago now simply made it drowsy. The surgery took 4 hours. The Draxian hound survived. Scarlet stayed with it through recovery, one hand always in contact, always reminding it that it wasn't alone. Later, in the station bar, Tom found her staring at a fresh cup of terrible coffee. "They're calling it the human method," he said, sliding into the seat across from her. "There are already 3 medical boards demanding protocols. 4 xenobiology journals want papers, and Dr. Zixthera wants to know if you'd consider teaching." Scarlet smiled tiredly. "It's not a method. It's just paying attention, seeing what's needed. Most species don't see it. Most species don't sit on the floor with their predators," Tom laughed. "Fair point. So what did you see, really?" Scarlet was quiet for a moment. "I saw something scared," she said finally. "And I remembered that being smart doesn't make you brave. Having advanced technology doesn't make you compassionate. Sometimes the most sophisticated thing you can do," she paused, searching for words, "is the simplest thing. Sometimes you just whisper, 'Easy, buddy,' and sit with someone in their pain." She took a sip of coffee and grimaced. "But seriously, how does a space station this advanced make coffee this bad?" Tom grinned. "Some mysteries even humanity can't solve." Outside the viewport, Station Kepler 442 drifted against the stars, and somewhere in its medical bay, a Draxian hound slept peacefully, dreaming of a gentle voice that made the universe a little less frightening